Dear listeners, welcome to History with Herodotus, where the vast expanse of human experience unfolds before us like a richly woven tapestry. Today, we embark on an epic journey through the annals of time, as we delve into the complexities and intrigues of the Peloponnesian War, a conflict that would ravage the city-states of ancient Greece and leave an indelible mark on the course of human history. As we venture into the earliest history of this pivotal war, let us first set the stage by imagining the sun-kissed landscape of ancient Greece, where the majestic mountains of the Peloponnese stretch towards the sky and the sparkling waters of the Aegean Sea lap against the shores. It is here, in this cradle of Western civilization, that the seeds of conflict were sown, and the fate of city-states such as Athens, Sparta, Corinth, and Thebes would be forever entwined. To understand the origins of the Peloponnesian War, we must journey back to the year 445 BCE, when the 30 Years' Peace was signed between Athens and Sparta, marking a temporary lull in the hostilities that had long plagued the region. However, this fragile peace would eventually give way to a complex web of alliances and rivalries, as city-states vied for power and influence. One key figure who played a crucial role in shaping the events leading up to the war was Pericles, the cunning Athenian statesman, who dominated the politics of Athens from 461 BCE until his death in 429 BCE. Under his leadership, Athens experienced a period of unprecedented growth and prosperity. As the city's economy flourished, its military expanded, and its cultural achievements reached new heights. Meanwhile, in Sparta, the wise and cautious king Archidamus II ruled with a firm hand, navigating the treacherous waters of Spartan politics and seeking to maintain the delicate balance of power in Greece. However, as Athenian expansionism continued to pose a threat to Spartan interests, the seeds of conflict were sown. The year 432 BCE marked a significant turning point, as the Congress of Sparta convened, bringing together representatives from various city-states to discuss the growing tensions between Athens and Sparta. Although the Congress ultimately proved futile in preventing the outbreak of war, it highlighted the deep-seated divisions and rivalries that would soon plunge Greece into chaos. As we explore the earliest history of the Peloponnesian War, we find ourselves drawn into a world of intricate politics, where city-states formed alliances, traded insults, and engaged in proxy wars. The Theban attack on Plataea in 431 BCE served as the spark that ignited the flames of destruction, drawing Athens and Sparta into a conflict that would ravage the Greek world for decades to come. Join me as we embark on this fascinating journey, and together, let us unravel the intricate tapestry of the Peloponnesian War, exploring the pivotal events that would forever change the face of Greece. Dear listeners, welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our epic journey through the annals of time, delving into the complexities and intrigues of the Peloponnesian War. As we venture deeper into the conflict, let us imagine the landscape of ancient Greece, scarred by the ravages of war. The once thriving cities are now beset on all sides by the horrors of conflict. The clash of steel on steel, the scent of smoke and sweat, and the cries of the fallen. It is here, amidst this chaos, that we find the Athens of Pericles, a city-state at the height of its power, with its imposing navy, formidable army, and unparalleled cultural achievements. One of the most significant events of this period was the Athenian expedition to Sicily, led by the charismatic Alcibiades, which would ultimately prove disastrous for the Athenians. The year 415 BCE marked the beginning of this ill-fated campaign, as the Athenians set sail for the distant shores of Sicily, seeking to expand their empire and secure a strategic foothold in the western Mediterranean. However, the expedition was doomed from the start, plagued by internal conflicts, poor planning, and the formidable resistance of the Sicilian cities. Meanwhile, on the Greek mainland, the Spartans, led by the brilliant general Brasidas, launched a series of daring raids against Athenian territory, seeking to weaken their enemies and gain a strategic advantage. The year 424 BCE saw the Spartan capture of the strategic city of Amphipolis, a devastating blow to Athenian interests in the region. This bold move would ultimately force the Athenians to divert precious resources away from their Sicilian campaign, further exacerbating their troubles. As we explore this pivotal period in the war, we find ourselves drawn into a world of intricate politics and diplomacy, where city-states forged alliances, traded insults, and engaged in proxy wars. The Athenian leader, Cleon, played a crucial role in shaping the course of the conflict, his fiery oratory and unyielding resolve helping to galvanize the Athenian war effort. However, his untimely death in 422 BCE would create a power vacuum, allowing more cautious voices to emerge and potentially altering the trajectory of the war. The year 421 BCE saw the signing of the Peace of Nicias, a temporary lull in the hostilities between Athens and Sparta. This fragile peace was brokered by the Athenian general Nicias, who sought to bring an end to the bloodshed and restore stability to the region. However, this respite would prove short-lived, as tensions continued to simmer beneath the surface, waiting to boil over into renewed conflict. As we delve deeper into the heart of the Peloponnesian War, we witness the clash of ideologies, the indelible mark left by this war on the course of human history, and the far-reaching consequences that shaped the ancient Greek world. We see the rise of new leaders, the fall of old empires, and the emergence of a new world order. The war would ultimately leave deep scars on the city-states of Greece, but it would also foster a sense of resilience, adaptability, and creativity, as the Greeks struggled to rebuild and redefine themselves in the aftermath of conflict. And so, dear listeners, we have reached the pinnacle of the Peloponnesian War, witnessing the major battles, alliances, and turning points that defined this transformative period. Join me as we venture into the twilight of the Peloponnesian War, and together, let us unravel the intricate tapestry of this pivotal moment in human history. Dear listeners, welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we conclude our epic journey through the annals of time, delving into the complexities and intrigues of the Peloponnesian War. As the war drew to a close, the once mighty Athens lay in ruins, its economy shattered, its population decimated, and its cultural achievements threatened by the devastating consequences of decades of conflict. The year 404 BCE marked the final surrender of Athens, as the Spartan general Lysander, with the support of the Persian Empire, imposed a harsh peace treaty upon the vanquished city-state. This humiliating defeat would have far-reaching consequences for Athens, as it was forced to dismantle its democracy, establish a puppet government, and pay crippling reparations to its conquerors. Meanwhile, Sparta, though victorious, would also struggle to come to terms with the aftermath of the war. The vast resources expended during the conflict had taken a heavy toll on the Spartan economy, and the city-state's rigid social hierarchy was beginning to show signs of strain. As the Spartans attempted to assert their dominance over the rest of Greece, they faced growing resistance from other city-states, who resented their overlordship and sought to challenge their authority. One of the most significant consequences of the Peloponnesian War was the rise of Thebes, a city-state that had long been overshadowed by its more powerful neighbors. Under the brilliant leadership of Epaminondas, Thebes would emerge as a major force in Greek politics, playing a key role in challenging Spartan dominance and shaping the course of Greek history for generations to come. As we reflect on the decline and aftermath of the Peloponnesian War, we are reminded that this conflict was not just a struggle between city-states, but also a clash of ideologies, cultures, and values. The war had exposed deep divisions within Greek society, pitting democrat against oligarch, Athenian against Spartan, and Greek against Greek. Yet, Even in the midst of such devastation, there were glimmers of hope, as the Greeks began to rebuild and redefine themselves, laying the foundations for a new era of cultural, philosophical, and artistic achievement. In the words of the great historian, Thucydides, the Peloponnesian War was a war like no other, a conflict that would change the course of Greek history forever. As we conclude our journey through this pivotal moment in human history, we are reminded of the enduring legacy of the Peloponnesian War, a conflict that continues to shape our understanding of politics, culture, and society to this day. And so, dear listeners, our epic journey through the Peloponnesian War comes to an end. We hope that you have joined us on this thrilling adventure, exploring the complexities and intrigues of ancient Greece's most transformative conflict. As we bid farewell to this fascinating era, we invite you to reflect on the lasting impact of the Peloponnesian War, a conflict that continues to inspire, educate, and captivate us to this day. Thank you for joining us on History with Herodotus. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.